Hello, beautiful soul. You are beautiful. In a world where it often feels like we need to look a certain way or act a specific manner to be accepted or loved, it's important to remind ourselves that we are beautiful just as we are. This message isn't about vanity or arrogance, it's about embracing who we are at our core and learning to see the value and beauty in our uniqueness. This world is filled with images, ideas, and expectations of what beauty should look like. Whether it's the glossy covers of magazines, the airbrushed photos on social media, or the voices of people around us, it's easy to feel like we don't measure up. But beauty isn't just about how we look. It's about how we feel, how we treat others, and how we live in harmony with our authentic selves. The importance of self-acceptance. Self-acceptance is the foundation of true beauty. When we accept ourselves, flaws and all, we stop measuring ourselves against unrealistic standards. We start to focus on what makes us unique instead of what makes us imperfect or less than. This shift is important because, in a world that constantly tells us we need to change, accepting ourselves as we are helps us feel empowered. Accepting yourself means loving your body, mind, and soul without trying to force them into someone else's idea of perfection. It's about letting go of the constant comparison to others and recognizing that everyone is on their own journey. When we accept ourselves, we build confidence that radiates from within, and this is the kind of beauty that others notice most. Beauty beyond the surface. Society has long associated beauty with outward appearance. While there is no harm in wanting to look good and feel good about our appearance, true beauty lies far deeper than the surface. Beauty is not just in how we look, but in how we treat others, how we make people feel, and how we approach life. A person who shows kindness, compassion, and empathy radiates beauty that goes far beyond the physical. We often hear phrases like, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. While it's a nice sentiment, it's also true in the sense that beauty doesn't come from conforming to a specific image or ideal. True beauty is found in the way we show up in the world and how we treat others. The pressure of perfection. It's easy to get caught up in the desire for perfection, especially in a world where social media often highlights only the best moments and the most idealized versions of life. However, perfection is an illusion. No one, no matter how flawless they appear on the outside, is perfect. Everyone has struggles, challenges, and moments of insecurity. If we constantly strive for perfection, we might miss out on appreciating the beauty in our imperfection. Our flaws and mistakes are what make us human, and they often become the very things that help us grow and connect with others. So, rather than trying to erase imperfections, we should embrace them as part of who we are. The power of positive self-talk. One of the most powerful things we can do to cultivate self-acceptance is to change the way we talk to ourselves. How many times have we stood in front of a mirror, criticizing ourselves, pointing out our flaws, and wishing we could be different? Negative self-talk can chip away at our confidence and self-worth. Instead of focusing on what we don't like about ourselves, we can start celebrating what we love about ourselves. This isn't about ignoring areas we may want to improve, but rather about acknowledging our strengths and affirming our worth. Simple positive affirmations, like, I am enough, I am worthy, and I am beautiful just as I am, can make a world of difference in how we view ourselves. Over time, the more we practice positive self-talk, the more we begin to believe it. And when we start believing in our own beauty and worth, others begin to see it too. Embracing our differences. One of the things that make each of us beautiful is our differences. We all come from different backgrounds, cultures, and life experiences, and these differences shape the way we see the world. Our personalities, our talents, our quirks, and our perspectives make us who we are, and that's something to celebrate. If everyone looked the same, lived the same way, and had the same experiences, the world would be a very dull place. It's our uniqueness that makes us shine. By accepting ourselves as we are, we also learn to appreciate the diversity in others. When we celebrate our differences, we create a more inclusive and loving world where everyone feels valued and accepted. Letting go of comparisons. One of the biggest obstacles to self-acceptance is comparing ourselves to others. We live in a society that often encourages comparison, whether it's through social media, advertising, or simply looking at those around us. However, comparing ourselves to others can lead to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. The truth is, comparison is an unfair and unrealistic way to measure our worth. We all have different paths in life, with unique challenges and opportunities. Instead of comparing ourselves to others, we should focus on our own growth and celebrate our own achievements. By doing so, we begin to appreciate the progress we've made and the person we are becoming. The role of self-care. Self-care is another important aspect of self-acceptance. Taking care of our physical, emotional, and mental health is a way of showing love and respect for ourselves. Self-care isn't just about pampering yourself with a spa day or getting a manicure, though those things can be lovely. It's about making sure you are nurturing your well-being in ways that feel right for you. Self-care can take many forms, whether it's taking time to rest, engaging in a hobby you love, spending time in nature, or setting boundaries to protect your energy. When we take care of ourselves, we send a message to ourselves that we are worthy of love and care. This, in turn, boosts our confidence and helps us feel more comfortable in our own skin. Overcoming the fear of judgment. One of the reasons we may struggle with self-acceptance is the fear of judgment from others. We worry about what people think of us, whether they will accept us, or whether we are good enough. But it's important to remember that judgment is often more about the other person's insecurities than it is about us. Everyone has their own challenges and struggles, and sometimes people project their own fears and uncertainties onto others. The key to overcoming the fear of judgment is to focus on our own growth and well-being, instead of trying to meet the expectations of others. When we stop worrying about what others think, we can live more authentically and confidently. The beauty of imperfection. No one is perfect. In fact, it's often our imperfections that make us relatable, lovable, and real. Perfection is unattainable, and trying to achieve it can leave us feeling exhausted and unfulfilled. Instead of striving for an impossible standard, we can choose to embrace our imperfections as part of what makes us uniquely beautiful. Think about the people you love and admire. Do you love them because they are flawless? Or do you love them because of who they are, the way they make you feel, and the way they show up in the world? True beauty comes from within, and it's our authenticity, vulnerability, and kindness that make us truly radiant. Embrace who you are. At the end of the day, the most important thing is this: you are beautiful just as you are. You don't need to change for anyone. You don't need to fit into someone else's idea of beauty. You are worthy of love, acceptance, and happiness exactly as you are, in all your uniqueness. Take a moment today to look in the mirror and remind yourself of your worth. Embrace your flaws, celebrate your strengths, and recognize the beauty that lies in your authenticity. The world needs you just as you are, and when you accept yourself, you inspire others to do the same. You are enough. You are beautiful. And you are worthy of all the love and happiness that life has to offer.